And good morning. It's Tuesday. A little too early in the AM. Just getting everything buttoned up here. Checking the network. Okay. And away we go. Alright, we're going to try to vanquish the stream multiplexer foe. Got a lot going on. Got some documentation to clean up. Also, yeah, some of those bits. Want to run the clipping nightly bits on it. Was able to get some of the bits from last night set up. From yesterday. Get them set up last night. Stream remove has not been finished yet. Add stream currently spawns a task. We have a little notifier. Stream controls multiplexer duplicate stream if there's an error. So we're just using hash map now. Really simple. Using its entry API, which is awesome. So if it's occupied already, we return an error. Otherwise, we return. No, we don't return. We just insert into that entry. Nice because you don't have to do the lookup twice. We have a little eject channel TX. We clone that, pass that into what I'm calling stream roller. Stream roller. Dun dun dun. So let's fix up this remove stream. What we want to do is signal. Let's say this is winding because of the return type. Unimplemented. There we go. And as Museum pointed out yesterday, we can basically loop here, putting things into a separate collection of elements that are being dropped. I feel like that feels like it should be its own type. Should probably also have a hash map. There we go. We probably don't care exactly what it is. Toss a pub function on there, little constructor. Turns itself. RX, TX, and landed stream gets default. There we go. And good morning. Alright, bad joke of the daytime. Where do animals go when their tails fall off? To the retail store. Oh yeah. So bad it's good. Alright, now in this case we probably want let's get the channel. Just call it channel. It's gonna be the same as the sender up there. Oops, need a little self on there. Want the tx.clone. That's not bad. Oh, I gotta call the dog back. Be right back. She was right where she was supposed to be. Alright. There we have our little channel, which is nice. Okay. Toss that in here. Function next. We'll need immutable self on that. And we'll also be returning the stream. Ah. Oh, catch means something else here. Okay, we'll use receive there. Not the best name. Now in this case, we will check to see if they're already in the hash map. They might have been in the hash map from a previous call to this. Self.landed stream contains key. Should we use the entry API on that? Entry API is awesome. I just don't know it well enough. All right, so if it's occupied and we have an occupied entry, we can remove entry, returning the KV. That's replace key. Remove entry, taking ownership of it, if it does exist. So I'll look up that entry. This is going to be either an occupied entry or a vacant one. So if it's occupied, and it equals that, we'll basically return the value from it. Landed stream, probably plural there. Yes, we have to constrain that. What was it? It was equal hash and something else. Okay, just equal and hash. Perfect. And now if it's not in there, we have to await it. And in this case, we're going to have to loop and await it, because the next one that comes off that stream might not be the one we're expecting. So if it's not the one we're expecting, we'll put it into that hash map and await the right one. We'll call receive on that one. Now, if this dies, the only reason this can die is if the other end is dropped. I believe. Yeah, If the channel is closed, this method receives a message or returns an error. Okay, now we actually hold both ends of this, so it's never going to fail like that. Now I believe this channel has a tuple that's getting passed through it. Yeah, so you can see that type hints there on the right. So we have ID and stream. All right. If it matches the ID that we want, we're going to return it. We return the stream. Otherwise, we add it to the hash map and loop again. What does this want? Ah, yes, this is an async function. And stream ID got moved here. We call clone on that because we need it. I'm going to do an insert. All right, now the key here is still ID. We'll use stream ID. And the new stream that we got back. Oh, no, this, we don't want to mix them. The one that we got off of the channel that we do not want, we're going to store in the stream. Mismatched types, expected unit type. Ah. All right, so basically we loop. This is our exit. That looks good. I'm gonna restart something real quick. There we go. Okay. Let's get rid of these extra pieces. Is there, let's see, tree bound ID clone is not satisfied. No. Okay. I like static to be at the end. Alright, now for the remove stream. Should be much simpler. Because now we can use self-ejection and just await that stream that we want. Do we need that result for anything? I don't think so. Oh, we do. Here. Okay. Wrap that up. There we go. Grazink, good morning. I am doing well. Oh, look at that. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Now, I actually wanted to run that with extra bits. Let's do a check on that. We're gonna run Clippy with Nursery as well. Cargo Nightly Clippy. That, and I think we could get the build time down a little bit if we didn't use this error in this case. We'd have to look though. Make sure something else isn't actually requiring sin. Unneeded return statement. Notify line 60. Oh, touche. Thank you, Clippy. What else? 62, we got that one. Alright, this one on 254. Consider using pub crate inside instructions. I don't think that these are correct. Are these correct? Because if I use pub crate, or just rather pub, I guess it's a private module, so it should be fine. Alright. Future return by poll is not send. Ah. I see. So in this case, stream is not, or ID is not send. And where did we need that? 318. Oh, and its item is not send either. Did I just do the wrong one? I think I did. Save it and try again. How's everyone doing today? Everyone survived Monday? So good so far? That's good. Future is not send, as this value is used across and await. Does ID really need to be sent? I think it does. Alright. Consider moving this into a let. Okay, 328. ST doesn't implement send. Getting tired of writing Java. Oh man. That's too bad. I find having the right tool for Java makes all the difference. And then kind of writing Java backwards, where you end up having the editor write most of the Java. Eclipse was really, really nice at that. That was a while ago now, though. 10 years. Probably gotten better. But yeah, I hear you. Uh, 285. Okay. Here. No, let's move those up. I don't know. There's... This one also wants it now. It's like, well, how far do we take this? It's got a lot better. You like Java, but it sucks when you're the only developer juggling 15 microservices. Ooh. Oh, that sounds rough. needs that. Okay. $169. Oh, this is an interesting error. Okay. This one's basically the same thing as before. So close. Okay. Unneeded return statement. Let's do the easy one. 258. Am I winning? Oh my goodness. I think we've been back to this hill multiple times. And I think it's starting to turn our way. Parameter ST might not live long enough. And why is that? That says because so that the type ST will meet its required lifetime bounds. Interesting. Cargo check. So on the current compiler, oh, interesting. That was working earlier. It's true though, that does need to be static. We're going to hold it in a hash map. This one here. It must not have been working earlier. Wow, we've only almost got nightly Clippy with nursery all working. Unnecessary structure name repetition. Oh, you self there. Good idea. That's on 29 and 39. Cargo test fails. All right, into the tests. Actually, there's just going to be a lot of deletion in the tests. Oh, actually, before we do that, cargo plus nightly build dash z timings. I want to see what's taking time and what the dependencies are. That didn't take long at all. That should have taken longer. There's sin. Oops. All right, here's our dependency structure. Does anything else need sin? It doesn't look like it. So if we remove our use of this error, we'll actually get a chunk of time back. Nice. That's gone, that's gone. All right. Game Dev Unknown, good morning. How are you? Now these errors are fairly rare. Unknown stream, basically you're asking for something that doesn't exist or you're trying to give it a stream that doesn't exist. So either we box up errors, which could be possible. Standard error. Or we implement display for these. Display an error, which is fine. We can do that real quick. There's only 2 of them. Oh, new asset lib system for Godot. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. We'll have to do that, and then we'll also impl. There we go. There we go. What do we have to do for this one, though? Do we have to do anything for that? Source. Ooh, interesting. I don't think we have any of that. Ludgate, good morning. It's going well. Nice and early. Looks like it's going to be a great day. Sunny today. I do like rain, though. Rain is really nice. Global plugin support and dependencies. That sounds great. Okay, we're going to do a cargo clean on this. Not bad, not bad. What's your decision? Good question. Ooh, Love 2D is awesome. Should you use tiled, or you mean like the app? I mean, unless this is going to be the thing that you're doing, I actually I used a different one. Oh well, no, I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking for texture merging. I would probably just go with tiled, because if you're making a game, you're trying to actually tell a story. You're trying to get something into people's hands, and if that's not going to be part of the game, letting people make their own levels and stuff like that, I'd skip it and just use tiled. Yeah, just remember your goal is to make a game. So, I mean, take from the 21, was it Pixar rules for storytelling? 22 rules. Sorry, I must have forgotten one. Now, in this case, right, they have lots and lots and lots of different rules, right? You admire a character for trying more than for their success, etc. But they go into things like stripping stuff out, cut it, and I think that also applies to software development, right? Especially game development. If you can merge characters or just omit something that isn't really adding to the story, you should do so, because things can sometimes be distracting. Yeah. All right, we're gonna look at this one. Oh, it's looking much better. Log doesn't take time at all to build. It doesn't seem like log is going to take all that much. And our logging is actually not very impressive here. We got some integration stuff. Channel we're not even using anymore. Got some trace stuff. This is just debugging. New asset lib workflow. Okay, I see. So at least you got him talking about it, right? Because who also does the moderation? Got him talking about it. Trying into a third-party ecosystem is a bad idea. I disagree. I think competition is a good thing. I I don't think that I think it's a bad thing. Yeah, yeah, burn through it, man. I think that'd be good. Because regardless of what they think, I mean they're in it, so they might not actually see it because they're in the trees, you know. You can't see the forest. I mean, quite frankly, if does Godot's asset lib, because there's no store here, right? Like you can't attach a price to these things. And while open source stuff is fantastic, I think that it would actually make sense to have a little bit more of a marketplace. Because at the end of the day, somebody's got to eat, and they're not getting support in other ways. They could at least try to support themselves that way. And what is this Godot asset store? Oh my goodness, this is taking forever to load. Wow, that was a lot of information to hit a browser with. There's a lot of stuff in here. All right, let's get rid of log. Let's see, stream dropper is not used anymore. Which modules are we using? Okay, channel's gone, stream dropper's gone. All right. Let's remove the extra ones. Channel and stream dropper. Let's strip this down a bit. There we go. Got that pulled out there. What else? Stream roller. I love the, just such a, uh, hey, good morning, everyone. Journey in AI, good morning. How's everyone today? Super chilled, nice. We're gonna need stream item and one other thing, item kind, that's it. There we go. All right, so for those of you that were here yesterday and saw the beginning of this, let's go back just one step. So now when you add a stream, create a little notifier, check to see if it's already a known stream or not. And then we have a little system to be able to eject streams out and catch them in a little hash map and iterate over them. But then we also end up creating a task here of future race, kind of almost exactly like Museum's example yesterday, just more type information. So this will race, we'll see. Roll actually goes forever. Right? This is a loop forever, basically. Then we have notify. If notify gets triggered, we get the stream out of the stream roller and continue. But yeah, the stream roller just keeps going and going and going. And that's it. It's much simpler. We got nightly Clippy to be happy with us. Let's double check that again. A recursive async task? It's not a recursive async task. At least I don't think it was. Oh, no, it shouldn't be. Basically, eject is going into this, basically this channel here. So actually that's a channel. And did I get that recursive? I don't think I did. Let's check though. No, we don't actually add streams from a stream, so it can't be recursive. But this eject ends up going into remove. So remove stream, we signal that we want it to be removed here, and then we wait for the ejection of that stream ID. Yeah, that task is the jobs idea. Yep, exactly. No more futures unordered. No more futures. Oh, nope. That's all gone. It's all gone. Oh, here? The task calls spawn again on itself. I'm not seeing it. Oh, async executor. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Actually, yeah, let's trim this down. So I think log's gone. Yep, just the integration tests. So async executor. This is basically small, but without the I/O bits, right? Actually, I don't know if I need anything more than multitask. Okay, so multi-threaded or single-threaded. Goodbye, small. Stuff features light. We need our waker and our channel. Now, how do we do this? Oh, interesting. One's 4. You can still do async executor spawn detach, which is the same API, small but different namespace. I see. And run it forever, main feature. Okay. So here's multiplexer. We have this buffer size. What were we using the buffer size for? Ah, yes, for the outgoing messages. I see. This task spawn, etc. Oh, they have a run. Interesting. Do I need to set up threads for this? No, this creates a multi-threaded executor. Oh, okay. I got distracted by this here. Parallel new. Interesting. But I actually need an executor, right? What do I have selected there? We'll go back up to the top. They don't have helper methods there for that, do they? Nope. Okay, so we just created one of these. Call new on it. And then run it forever. Okay. simple rayon alternative. Gotcha. Should be able to pass future pending directly. Where was that? Here. It wants the tea. Yeah, that looks better. Ah, this should be Future's light. That was a really easy switch. I hate it when people do that. I could have typed it faster than that. I felt like I was already committed. I have to go find this thing. Oh, interesting. Async IO still pulled into there. Oh, no, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I like the a la carte method. So why socket 2? Well, why is it being pulled in? It seems like Async Executor needs it. Ah, so we could do no default features because we don't need async IO. Oh, nice, it updated it. Oh, one of his designs uses a socket for out-of-band polling. Interesting. That's so much faster. All right, now the tests. Actually, the tests, we should look at them first because some of this might not even be needed. All right, here's our first one. I don't think we need small in there anymore. No, it could. Just, we'll leave it. No, we'll use that one. I don't think we need futures. We'll see. Yeah, 197 lines with documentation, which is great. I love that. This is one of my favorite songs on here. Song of the Bat. Joker song.
Grinning down through the gates, watch the night suffocate. All the light as it smothers the sun. I can tell by the moon you'll be joining me soon as a guest in my fortress of fun.
Just broke 10K.
And I can't wait
No,
to see you
really?
once again free you, release from your humorous air.
Where's? I want the.
Replace that big frown on your face with a smile and a murderous glare. We are two of a kind, violent,
Nice.
sound of mind. You're the yin to my yang, can't you see? And if I were to leave, you would crumble in grief. Face it, bats, you'd be lost.
10,000 lines.
You'd be
Oh my
lost.
goodness.
You'd be lost. Face it, bats, you'd be lost without.
Oh, look at this. You got.
I'm just trying to show you just
And this isn't the latest stuff, is it? No, this isn't.
understand just how you feel.
No one's almost done.
Through your reason, no way, 'cause you had one back
So I was thinking of
mind, let
um, updating Capitan, or actually building, tossing Twitch chat into Godot and making a Twitch interface using Godot. That could be kind of fun.
but we're the same. We are two of a kind, violent, unsound of mind. You're the yin to my yang, can't you see? And if I were
10,000 lines. Wow.
crumble in grief, facing bats, you'd be lost without me. You'd be lost. You'd be lost.
No one doesn't use Tokyo or anything.
Bats, you'd be lost without me.
Oh, nice.
We have so many wonderful stories.
Sounds very full-featured.
The mind of this bat, a hero with no praise or glory, just his cape and his cave and his
Oh, I can't get rid of that. I need this sync. What am I using Sync EXT for? For send. Fine. Well, maybe I did mean that. Alright. And changing all field access. Oh, nice. Which lowers the max allocations to 1 per message if you're not using its 0 allocations. Wow. That's crazy. So, Batatas del Papa, what do you get so far? Or rather, what do you understand? Where are you starting from? Package stream multiplexer depends on features. Features channel IO and features. We do not have those features. I see. Wonder why I had that in there. I don't remember. Basically, with async, it has to be static, right? So it just turns the borrowed string into boxer and then borrows from that everywhere. Nice. Yeah, Patatas del Papa, you basically, it needs to be static. And what static means is that it's owned in this case. But yeah, it only needs to be owned if you're using a multi-threaded executor and not a single-threaded one. If it's a single-threaded one, it doesn't need to be able to go between different threads. Oh, okay, you understand that. Oh, that's right. I asked you, what do you understand? And you said you can't. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, now we understand it really well. Apologies. Static in Rust has two different meanings. It has a meaning with regard to traits, then it has the C++-esque meaning everywhere else. Am I remembering that correctly? Should have sync. Just saw. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's good. It took it a little while. Perfect. All right. So the first test here for multiplexer. Oh, sure. Logging. It doesn't have a block on. That's only in small, isn't it? Oh, until it completes. That should be fine. Okay, we'll get to that. We're going to take some of these easy ones real quick. All right, next one. Oh, it needs to have an executor actually run it for us. Okay. Now, what does this want here? Unwrap. No method named unwrapped found for this. Oh, that's right, because we're not returning a result anymore. Receive just returns that. It doesn't have error condition. Fix these up real quick. Okay. Nice. Is that it? It's the last one. Okay. Features util doesn't have a select. It does. The macros feature. Where is it? Alec, okay. Read initializer. Oh, async await macro? No, it's an optional dependency. I want to see that again. This one. I have like a key stuck on. It's just holding the line. Oh, it must be. They can be treated like features. I see. Hmm. I'd kind of interpreted it as the things up above end up turning the things down below on and off. Let's see now. It must be guarding on it. It's treated the same as CFG enable it all for cargo. I see. Alright, a bunch of unused stuff. Fine, fine, fine. This one, 186. Why is it saying that? Oh, MP1 moved. This guy here. I see. Oh, and this actually comes back to all of those changes that we just made. Because we want to be able to remove the stream without having to turn the internal machinery, but now because there's a runtime in there, we don't have to worry about this. And if multiple depths, and if you require multiple dependencies, Tokyo util, you check for both. I see. That makes sense. Alright, before we dive into there, how did the barber win the race? You know a shortcut. Da-dun. Let's see, what are we trying to do here? This is named channel change. We have a stream ID. We have a multiplexer. We add something to it. I don't know why we're testing these here with that. I'll leave it for now. From first channel, we get a message. We check to see that we got it. Maybe we're just checking to see if it's wired up. Here we have log error AAA. Okay. Get rid of that. Really, I think we're trying to change channels here. mp1 dot remove stream ID dot await and we'll unwrap that. We get the stream back out of multiplexer 1, toss it into multiplexer 2, and then validate that it is there. Give it a test. they all failed. And sounds so bad. Good thing we have unit tests though, right? All right. Spawning an executor in an executor. Oh, I didn't even look at the error. Oh, cannot call executor enter if already inside an executor. Is that going to be an issue? Task spawn feature. So is the error because we have this executor starting up around the one inside of stream multiplexer? Because what if somebody did want to run it that way? Could we handle that? Then provide a function start. I see, and then provide a function start self. I see, and you're suggesting that as that do work inner should be the main loop, and that's inside of stream multiplexer, right? Am I writing tests? Yes, we're writing tests. Because you're suggesting changes here, right? Oh, journey in AI. All right, let's do that. So in this case, I end up using this the async executor, right? Now, if somebody doesn't actually use the same one as me, then it could cause issues, couldn't it? Pass the spawner around. Oh, I see. Instead of relying on the global task spawn. Got it.
We wanted to run, we wanted to fall together. Back then our world seemed so clear. We grew so bright,
So we get the spawner off of it. Got it. Does this actually have to run in order for all of the tasks to be running? So yeah, I should probably read the documentation on that. Okay, you have to call run to unmanually spawn executor threads. Okay. Got it. Okay, now isn't this going to cause other lifetime issues? So we can store the executor there. Because at this point, we're gonna have to get the spawner off there. Okay. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. I see. Okay, we'll look at that in just a moment. Arc is a atomic ref counter pointer. Well, All right. Stream item. Okay. Oh, it's not implemented for ID. Oh, I see. Yes. We actually need to have different executors, don't we? Wait, no. Can you run the same executor more than once? Yeah, they create an executor, they run it on 4 threads using that. All right. We could toss it in an option and take it. Is there a different way? It feels weird to have that get set up in new, but then go over to start in order for all that to get set up. So we're going to need it on self here, at least spawner eventually. But if we have run consume self, then we can't call like receive. Because now like remove stream, we can't call that, or receive, etc. So why is it that this has to be in its own function again? Man, I've just forgotten that. Like, why can't we do this in the new function? That's the spawner to new and don't have a run. Oh, it could. Okay. It feels like there was something bigger. I don't remember what it was before this that tossed us. Yeah, we were looking at the integration tests, and it said that we couldn't start an executor in an executor. Let the user spawn the threads. All right. Have them configure their executor spawner and give you a spawner to use. This is similar to what you've just done in Twitch chat. Huh? You know, you spawn it all. Yes. All right. I want to get this to a point where it actually just runs. I'm going to do that for now. Just make it run. Now we have our spawners. And we should be using the spawner. Delta spawner. Okay, good. And this must be inside the new function. Yeah, 163. Now at this point, if there was a standard task trade for task spawning, you would absolutely spawn a ton of things all the time. Oh man. That would be nice. How close are they to actually standardizing on spawning? Something like that. So if they're giving me the spawner to use, I'm gonna have to know a little bit about the spawner, aren't I? So if we got rid of the executor there, of a spawner, what does spawner here look like? Spawn. The future with an output of T with yada yada. And what about Tokyo? Well, the future is send and static. Yep, send and static, and output T here is actually more relaxed than the Tokyo one. Here in Tokyo, the output is send and static as well. Oh, it is. It is here as well. Okay, look. I see. It's this little bit at the end. Because in this case, you get a join handle. In the other case, you get the task. And depending on what you're doing with this, I don't know what that's going to be. Okay, so we have T, we have U. Man, I wish there was some API for that. Like, as you said, a common trait for that. Let's see, should we call it future? Task, future? Yeah, same difference. Just pass in a spawner? But I don't know what kind of spawner it's going to be. Oh, I see. They can run my executor in their runtime. I don't like the fact that this is bleeding out of the API. It's leaking out. Yeah. They configure it, it splits, and gives you a spawner handler. Okay. That's a neat pattern too. I mentally I want to try to untangle this puzzle here, but I understand that I should probably go that right route. I want to get off of multiplexer. So just some wrapper types to keep our types not being the async runtime, async executor types. Because if they pass the number of threads into run, then they get a function that blocks until some condition is met, or you give them a future to block on. Give the spawner from that executor, and they get a function slash future that spawns n threads and runs that forever. Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Now that channel that I'm currently using async channel. Okay. Return impulse tree if I want to be lazy. Wrapping that, it doesn't look like it's going to be all that difficult. Okay. I'm going to leave that there. We're going to need the spawner. Okay. Man, I love like the kind of back and forth, seeing how Museum thinks about these things, especially when it comes to futures, because there's so many different ways that you could put futures together. Um, One of them, for example, let me see. Am I missing that type? Oh, this needs to be a wrapped up in a spawner. Yep, and that type needs to take one of these. Okay. Like this idea down here, I thought was just like being able to look at the lifetimes here, the ownership, saying, "Oh, do this forever," and it would, and then you can get it back and do that. Like it's just, it's simple, but seeing the pieces like well beforehand and then putting that puzzle together is just great. The stream just pulls from the channel. All right, there's our spawner. This is no longer arc. That's just spawner now. Can move those up above multiplexer. See, getting these things here, for me, like I see it now, I can stamp this out. The challenging piece is now having more things in the public interface that I have to write documentation for. That's going to be the challenge. All right. So where are our spawner? Tell that spawner.spawn. 0.spawn. We only call that in one place. Alright. Oh, let's save that to a local. Let's do the whole thing. Okay. That'll take a self. And let's see, we were discussing this earlier. Could return a future. If we did async function here, that just didn't return anything. We could block inside of there until we wanted to. Oh, but then if we wouldn't give them the ability to be able to cancel. No, that should be okay, because we'll basically await on whatever the stream is. Can we do it this way? TXRX. I get. No. Almost. I don't know if either one is actually better in this case. OX Self, good morning. How you doing? Okay. Now at this point, we'll take that. We'll take threads. I'm doing well, thank you. So then for each one of these, we'll start a thread. Oh, thank you. Themes here. We're using NeoVim with Conqueror of Completion. And we're inside the Kitty terminal. We have ligature support. That's the blips there. That should be the same thing. Okay. RLS isn't working for you. Are you using what editor are you using? You just want to see game dev. Oh man, I am trying to get multiplexer out of the way. All right, now in this case, we're not actually awaiting these things here. So what we could do is, can we actually just this needs to be a TX. Oh, I see, but we can't do that. That would be awkward. All right, we'll figure that out. Now we should be able to clone this, right? This rx.clone. Because it said that it'll, if the channel's empty or closed, the method returns an error. So we could just follow the error here. I have not had any compatibility issues with Rust and Godot. Right, spawn, run, quit Rx next, drop done. Oh yeah, down here it was the TX side. Well, I see, why do I have to drop the TX inside of the spawn as well? Oh, it's a different one. It's quit Rx, quit TX, done Rx, done TX. That causes done Rx to stop blocking. I don't really like this pattern. I mean, I feel like I'm abusing channels way too much here. That causes done Rx. Okay, I see that. Just wondering if, like this, where'd it go? Notify. Like in this case, they could just pass in one of these and just signal when they want it to be done. You need your thread to wait for notification and then send a notification after you got it. Okay. For the moment, see, I'm going to bail on this for now. Okay, I'm probably gonna do that off cam. And elsewhere they can trigger the shutdown by sending the first notification. Why 2 pair instead of 1? They need to fork the logic. When the blocks forever. And the way to do out-of-band signaling. Yes. Yes. We'll definitely have a way to do that. Just not yet. Wait, why? Closure may outlive the current function, which is borrows. Okay. Oh, I see, because in this case, it's not actually taking the executor. And in their example here, how does this work? Shouldn't they have the same exact error? All right. All right. So that's there. I'm going to have to take a 10-minute break here. Then I'll be back for a little bit. My wife's schedule's actually moved up in the day, so we usually have time together, even if it's only 10 minutes. All right. They probably need an arc over the executor. All right. And I'll be back in 10 minutes. Alright. My wife called me the Mr. Rogers of Rust. I don't know what I think about that. If I'm Mr. Rogers, we're gonna need some puppets. Alright. Yeah, Mr. Rogers of Rust. I don't. She says, I need a cardigan. Welcome, neighbors. How's your day? I'm having a great day. Today we'll talk about borrowing in Rust. Let's meet the borrow checker. Hello, Mr. Clippy. How are you today? Just know that if I do get a green screen, we are absolutely getting puppets, and I'm making Ferris, Clippy, and maybe the Godot head thing. I don't know, man. The whole face for radio thing going on here. And I don't want to distract. Right, the code is the celebrity here. It's Rust. It's Godot. Blue and green are your favorite flavors of Clippy? I see. So in this case, we're going to have the executor and the spawner. Oh, but I'm still creating an executor while inside of an executor. All right, let's stamp a couple of these out. Spawner. Good. I want to see if that's still going to be an issue. Ah, good. Now we have a task that we spawn the executor into. Small task, spawn. That's not going to work because it'll return much too quickly. Oh, and I got rid of that, didn't I? Oh man, I've been thinking about Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Did you guys see the one with um the movie recently came out with that? Thought it was pretty good. Oh yes, thank you. What error? Okay.
Every day I walk alone, I see myself on the grand old throne. But it's not true, cause it's all in my head, all in my head. Share my
Let's make sure we have that for stream drop here. We don't. Ah, perfect. Okay. It'll never join though. To block at the end. Well, I'm planning on getting this piece here wired up. I just haven't. I don't want to do that right there. I want to get the integration test running. So I'm okay with that being a little dirty at the moment. Alright, so why is this failing? Line 241. I'm hoping this is the last day we actually work on Stream Executor for a while. So that we can actually get back to the game server tomorrow. Let's see what's going on. In this case, oh, this is errors. No, it wasn't trying to do errors. 241, line 9. Alright, wrong one. I see. So we're not actually getting the receive back. And there was one other error. Panic to unwrap, send error. Oh, interesting. Streamroller failed to send. Why would stream of items not exist anymore? Did it tell us what the error was? All right. Now at this point we stop looping with disconnect. Well, we want to eventually. Haven't wired that up yet. However, if we do get it disconnected, we should be able to still send that here. This stream shouldn't be going anywhere. It should still be around. I mean, the receiver is going to be a stream multiplexer. Well, that's a good question. I mean, the receiver should be multiplexer itself is where that should be. Stream of items RX should be the other end of that channel. So if we look at stream stream of items, and how it gets constructed, stream of items here gets passed in as a sender, and that's going to be inside of lib, where we add a new stream. So here we create a new stream roller with self stream of items tx.clone. So we're cloning the tx side of that stream of items so that they can end up sending it to us. And that never goes away. We don't get rid of that. I mean, we're holding on to the other end. It should not go away. Match that. So if it's closed or not, we should be able to see that. Okay. Oh, hold on. And I see. So it panicked again, but it didn't fail. That assertion failed. Excuse me, it didn't fail. What is the error? Let's see, this should give us result, right? We do nothing there, error. So it was dropped while it was waiting to send. I see, so maybe Maybe the stream of items is buffering weird? Let's see. That sounds weird the way I said it. Where's new? New. Buffer size. Did that not get set up right? Integration. And the buffer size is supposed to be 32. The RX died before it ever read the wanted item. Oh, I see. Oh. Uh, that's strange. So then what does it also say here at 241 that this failed? Okay, send error. It's not actually giving us anything extra here, but I was just hoping it would show us a little bit extra, maybe the error message or something else. I know that it's like the other side's closed because that's the only documented side of that. Coffee. So is this part of the timing issue? In that this one here, this failed for whatever reason on 241. That died, and then the send also failed. I'm guessing that this... Oh, it panicked there that time. Oh, interesting. Because that loop is currently going to go forever. Basically, once the syncs are dead, they're going to constantly spam disconnected. And I wonder if we're currently not getting disconnected at this point. Let's toss a debug on this. I think the error is a little bit more complicated. We got an OK 0. The kind is OK 0. Why is it an OK 0? So whatever tasks respond in that thread are aborted. Yeah, I know there's an error over there. In that the terminal case isn't actually handled right now. So, but I expect to at least get the first disconnected off of there for the current test. But this here is very strange to me. So we're getting an OK 0 out of there. But why? I mean, we're sending 42, 32, these other values. We're not sending 0. There's our loop. There's our kind. And at this point, this item here is getting passed in. That debug macro is so handy. Zero, 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 42. Okay, so in that case, is it my little test tools? Integration. Because here we are creating this byte stream pair. It's a Unix stream. Why would it constantly return a 0 in this case, though? Let's look at byte stream. Ah. Well, there's your problem. Async read returns a 0 for EOF. It reads 0 bytes. Let's see, is this correct? Let's see, here we have a 0. Full read. We're trying to enter full read into this buffer that we're providing, but we're not looking at the return value, which should be how many characters it read. This pull read should give us that information. Do I not have that here? Here. Async read, standard IO async read, full read, no data is available. Interesting that it doesn't say anything about it here. I wonder why. I mean, like me as in you're absolutely right here, but how's somebody supposed to know? Standard IO read. Okay. So in this case, if it's not an error and we do get something back, I kind of want to do an if let okay. Actually, I just want to destructure it, don't I? Let okay. It's red. Equal that. Okay, we'll just destructure it there. match it. This is the match. So if we have, okay, 0. Already with a none in it. I should signal end. Otherwise, with a comma, sure. Okay, with any other value is this code here. Oh, technically it's already been unwrapped. There we go. Could use that method / trait, which doesn't mention it. Oh, which does mention it. Thank you. Copy link address. And the file or buffer space was 0 bytes in length. And we know that's not the case. I see, you should usually use that N for slicing your buff. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice pattern. Yeah, no, that's really neat. It's so concise. Okay. My little contrived byte stream. Not bytes, plural, just one at a time. Ah, good. Okay, so we got that. There. This is still an error because we're not handling disconnected properly. I understand that. That's no capture on there. What? Hold on a sec. Does that... I didn't understand that before. Does that actually compile just the one test and not the other ones? So the other ones could be absolutely broken. Oh, no, that's my documentation. That one there is the docs test. Oh, okay. All right. That one again. Okay. Let's see, where did the rest of our tests go? We should have 4 tests. 2, 3, 4. It failed at the dock one. Oh, I see. And those 4 passed? Okay, let's clean up that document. There should probably be integration and examples. Oh yeah, that would be nice too. Get those 2 debugs out of there. Alright. We understand these at the moment, okay. Now, for that case, Streamroller, addressing this fix me, here we have our connected message saying, hey, somebody just arrived into this multiplexer. Great. Now, the first thing we do is pull the stream for the next element, then later we try to send the element out. If it returns a none, say, hey, we've disconnected. And after they get sent out, we should exit the loop here. We could either return a Boolean or something like that, or we could look to see what the item kind was. Although that gets a little weird because it sends, it moves in the send. Do I want to require that on their types? I don't. Discriminant? Oh, interesting. Returns a value, uniquely identifying the enum variant in V. Oh, nice. Or matches are ways of getting around that not having a partial equal. Oh, nice. Let's try that. The other way, isn't it? Over here. Actually, do you have to do that on both sides? Or more flexible? I do like matches. Alright, that's not being used, and we will just, if stop looping, return. Okay. Good. Or past. Oh, I can do sub patterns. While I think about it, let's get this. That's good. All targets? No, all features. Oh, just tests. Wow. Okay, good. Now for that other issue is closed. And that's absolutely possible because we're not actually, in some cases, yeah, if the other end drops, we just want to bail. I'm glad we figured that out. I think in this case we could also return. And what does returning here do? We're inside of the stream roller. The stream roller is going to end up dropping its stream. But if the other end of this TX is gone, that also means that the eject receiver is gone too. So there's no point in returning that. That stream's just going away. Okay. Unwrap on that. 228 in lib. Oh yeah, because it actually couldn't send the message. Nothing went away. So this is shutting down basically. Interesting. Is Clippy going to be angry at us for that? No, it shouldn't. Alright, 3 fix me's. Shutdown mechanism. We'll get there. Okay, we just did that one. Stopping loop on disconnect. Oh, and that one's also done. This error is now gone. Alright, shutdown mechanism. Alright, I think I'm going to actually leave that for the cleanup later. I'm going to come back over here into the game server. Give that a quick compile. Huh. That's strange. There we go. And more channel ID. That's fine. We will not actually have channels anymore. We'll have different multiplexers. That goes away. Stream ID is going to be provided by us to them. multiplexer error doesn't take any of those types anymore. And multiplexer itself, expected to found 3. That's because the sync is gone. Good. All right. We're gonna need some other thing that can actually provide stream IDs for us. Now, okay, we'll get there with that. How about in server main, we start to set this up. What do we call server run? Here, start server. Start server. Got a multiplexer here, but we no longer add channels. We actually have a multiplexer per channel. So in this case, we'd have like a auth multiplexer. Character multiplexer, etc. And we can actually set this up so that we have multiplexers per island now instead, or zones if we wanted to get smaller than that. Do some sort of space partitioning to have multiplexers in. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. TCP server should not need a new multiplexer now. It's going to need something else to handle this. Oh, and I can pass the same spawner to each. Oh, yes. Oh, amazing. Yes, yes. Hadn't thought that far ahead. Take arc spawner or something? That's a great idea. So I want to try this. YSIW right bracket. So much better. Many different things using it. Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, so now multiplexer is really for multiplexing readers. We stripped out all of the send side of it, which is fine. It now leaves a void. And when we go to send a message to something, we're either going to need to send to the socket directly, which isn't that bad of an idea. Or we're going to need some sort of some way to kind of marry those two like we had before. I really wouldn't mind having something that was kind of a sibling to this. something that would fan out those writes. That's right. We were also going to look at a couple of other pieces of that. Just some notes. All right. So the other side of it, if we wanted something for sending, what are we going to have? We want to, I'd like to be able to send raw bytes. That would be nice. Currently, we do use a codec for each one of these sockets, though. If we look at the codec here, oh, wrong project. I think it's this one. We have a length of a limited codec. It's fairly straightforward and simple if you get in and look at it. In fact, we've had our own before. We might go back to that. It's really just like a little buffer, and it inspects packets, right? Gets a signal when there's more, and lets you read from it and write to it. If we look at the encoder, here, there's decoder, here's encoder. Yeah, use it as an encoder just to be able to get the bytes, right? But it's not really doing much for us. I mean, really, all we're doing is putting, well, we're keeping track of some stats, right? How many bytes are going in and out, and after that, there's not much there. I mean, it's tossing out a header, which is a 2-byte length. As of right now, I think that our packets can actually go straight to bytes. Probably have something in here to be able to go 2 bytes. Yeah, from packet to bytes. So we already have this. Because if we had that, plus the little header, which is what's missing here, that's what the codec would add. The stream side of features seems to be much more kind of performant. As you pointed out, the writer side, you end up having to copy the data that you want to write into it, which feels really weird. And it makes sense. It has to own it because it's future, etc. But just being able to take bytes and say, write this here, 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 seems so much more efficient. Write all, write vectored. Oh, goodness. I've never been able to use IO slice. Such a great idea. zero copy network dumping the network. Yeah, I think that it would be nice to have a way to do that in, even if we had, let's say, the opposite of a multiplexer, right? Where a multiplexer is basically zone data, like zone connections, into one stream. Whereas if we had something else where we could say, hey, you, bucket, say we wanted to write some sort of bytes, right, into a zone. I think this is going to happen very, very frequently. So having something that we could give bytes and that is the performance opposite of this one would make sense. Bytes is more efficient than a plain vector? Oh, I see. I see. If you're just pushing / clearing to a single vector, it'll be more efficient. I think most of what we do here is, like when writing out, we just generate the data and dump it. I doubt we need anything more than a vector there. Vector of U8s. We never append to it. That's almost true. Oh, no. We do have callback. And callback has some fun serialization. That makes me sad. Anyhow. Yeah, there is this case. Okay, but really that's not all that often. And it doesn't go to like a big room of players. I see. Now, when we are writing, let's go back out of IO slice. So we're probably going to have a whole bunch of connections that we're just going to want to send the same data to. So in this case, we could do something like that. Or create a fan out to all of that. Actually, fan out won't work, right? Because it needs ownership of, well, it can have ownership of the data, but it's serial. It's not, I guess it is. It happens concurrently. Actually, I don't understand how. You answered this yesterday. Let me think. I think the data has to move between one to the next, right? Moves through the writer, copy data to it. All right. I wonder if it makes sense also to have some sort of write buffer per connection. Funny, I want like a faster, or basically, I want a way to actually write things out that aren't sink. Having a small buffer would be fine per connection, I think. Because that side of the house, I don't think I care as much about back pressure, although it would be nice to be able to say, oh, I've got high priority and low priority bytes, right? If somebody's not consuming data quickly, we can drop the like head turn data, right? Like somebody's head moving or doing whatever. Yeah, IO slice would be really neat. I just don't think I'm going to have that much data that I'm going to have that sort of thing. It is semantically a wrapper around a UA. Let's see, a slice. Wait, slice. But guaranteed to be AVI compatible with IOVAC on Unix and WSA buff on Windows. I see. So if I did have a number of these and I wanted to just write IOVAC, I could build that up, say, hey, write that. Ooh, advance. Elements in the slice may be modified if the cursor is not advanced to the end of the slice. Hmm. Oh, shoot. Hey, y'all. I gotta run. Apparently I'm supposed to be in a meeting now. Um, yeah, are you gonna stream again, Museum? You had a shorter stream earlier. But I gotta get set up to call. Oh, time snuck up on me. All right, you don't have time for it today? All right. We'll raid Brooke. All right, y'all. Until next time. Bye-bye.